Hey y'all.
Hey, hey.
Excuse my voice, y'all. We already got two people on here, babe.
Hey, y'all. Say hey,
Posting.
tell us where you at.
I said post in the comments, say hey. What is it, baby boy?
Sorry, y'all. I'm sending messages to my people, letting them know we're live.
Hello.
Hey, hey.
Hey, meditating heel. Oh, cat pie. You okay, Bubbas? Hey, Hope.
Hey, hey.
You know what I do? I wonder if he's hungry.
Mm. Hey, Bobby. Uncle Bobby right there.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm. Um. Hey, y'all. Hey, Kimmy.
Hey. Is you finna eat, Bubbas? I know.
Part of the reason why we're going to tell y'all why he's so fussy. Well, okay, Bubba. We know. I know. Who is it? Oh, hey,
Araceli. Oh, you got him? Cover up, Mama, while she gets situated.
Hi, Noonie the Butt. You ready to eat pumpkin?
But thank y'all for jumping on this evening. We know it's late. And for those of y'all we'll see in a second, I am drinking an energy drink. I won't be up all night, I promise. Caffeine is weird with me. We have a love-hate relationship.
Okay.
I was watching EJ Speaks while your notification pops up on my phone. That's funny.
Oh, really? I love EJ. That's my girl.
Shout out to EJ.
Greetings from ATL. Ow, boy. Ow. That is not
you need to
okay.
regulate him?
Yes, because why are you doing that? No, sir. We're not doing that. You trying to bite me.
What's that? How to Vietnamese coffee. How does that taste? I love coffee too.
There's your pumpkin joinkin'.
I've just gotten hooked on these.
Ow, Papa. Ow.
These energy drinks.
Now listen, you're not gonna be able to do that now.
Kai. And the fact that he be looking at you too.
Yeah.
Dead in your face.
Hey, say less. How y'all doing? Okay,
like
y'all.
Ice. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Okay, but you hand me my tea down there. Go ahead now. Here. He hates the blanket over his head, y'all. So
he'll be all right.
Okay.
He will be okay.
Y'all see him trying to move the blanket.
Is it too late to try lashes on at 10 p.m.?
No. Do what you got to do, honey.
Kai.
Elijah. Stop that, boy. Okay, y'all. So we're gonna fill y'all in on our week. So the reason we did not post is because we have all the footage. Hands down, we got a lot of footage this week. But
yes, say less. She said the time change has her tired. Yes.
Bruh, I can't stand. I love when we gain that hour, but when we lose it.
Yeah, Tam was supposed to take a little nap today. Sis was gone. You know
I was
what I mean?
knocked out. I was so tired. But anyway, y'all. So last Friday, so last week, period, not this past week, but the week before,
Yeah.
our boys all started having a mild cough. It was very dry.
Mm-hmm.
We just chalked it up to seasonal allergies, which originally I believe that's what it was. But you all know that we run a education and consulting business. One of our programs is a micro school. It has a homeschool vibe. We call it homeschool, but it really is a micro school. And a couple of our babies got sick. And just those nasty germs just spread around the school. It ain't but a handful of us there, and it really sat on my family and my best friend. Y'all know Anna, her family, and we're the director, so we run the school.
Yeah.
It sat on our family really hard, and a couple of other babies got really sick as well. So our enrollment was down last week. All of our attendance was down, not enrollment.
Yeah.
Our attendance was down. We had a lot of kids out. We closed the school down for 2 different days. It was just a lot going on last week. On top of that, we started having car trouble. So let's walk you through
again
for the 15,000th time. So let's walk you through how it started. So Friday, we came home.
It's all a blur for me. So
it is a blur.
Yeah.
Last Friday, we came home from school. And we noticed that the kids just weren't really feeling the best. But, it was like, we'll just let them rest throughout the weekend. Just let them, We'll see how they do. All of their coughs started turning very full of like mucusy, like wet cough. And so we were like, At some point, all of them started feeling warm. Carson started feeling warm first. And Carson was definitely not feeling good. But it wasn't warm enough for us to say, let's get the thermometer out. Let's shove some Tylenol down his throat. Like, we know that sometimes you got to let the fever do its thing to fight off whatever it is. Yeah. So we weren't quick to throw medicine on him. We just wanted to let his body do what it was going to do. But for 2 or 3 days straight, Carson just slept and just y'all know Carson's busybody, talkative, all in your face. Carson was on this couch in here, just laid out or in his room sleep. Yeah. That baby slept for hours. And then he would get up and he would just sit and watch TV. That was it. He didn't really want to eat. We had to pump him with fluids, and it was just not cute. And so Anna and I spoke, and we were just like, you know what? Let's just cancel school on Monday because it wasn't just our kids that was sick. It was a few other kids who were sick that past week. So it was like, let's just give everybody an extra day to recover.
Yeah.
Well, Sunday comes around, and Anna and I both are like, my kids got worse. I don't think we need to go to school tomorrow. Monday came around. I was like, yeah, I don't know. I think I'm gonna keep mine home. So Anna was gonna keep her babies home, but she's trying to figure out because we had to go back to work. But I was like, Anna, you stay home with your babies.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go to work.
Yeah,
and when I went to work, y'all, it was literally 3 kids there. So I sent out a message to the parents and I was like, hey, if your kids are good, fine. But if they still have any symptoms, coughing, sneezing, whatever, keep them home another day.
And Meditate and Heal, her oldest are Carson's age, the twins. And then she has a 2-year-old.
Yes.
Yeah.
So she has 2 6-year-olds, twins, and then a 2-year-old.
Yeah.
So when I say we got little ones, we got little ones. And so, you want some more? Are you finished, Pumpkin Duda?
They're Carson's best friends.
Are you finished, Pumpkin Duty? Hold this for a second, babe. You want more? Huh? Yeah. It's your pumpkin. You playing. It's not funny.
You good?
Okay. So anyway, I went into work, y'all, and literally it was 3 kids there. And I was like, okay, so I used that day. One of our employees, I got her to pull out all of the stuff out of our storage area so we can reorganize it.
Mm-hmm.
And I went home. I said, I'm going to go home, feed my baby, and get ready, because at that point we had called the doctor and they wanted to see the boy. They wanted to see Kylan.
Yeah.
And so we took them in. And when we took them in, they saw that Kylan was feeling sick. He had a cough. It was wet, but it wasn't like, it was like, he's okay. Because that was the thing. I called them and let them know what was going on with him. And because I called over the weekend and was like, what can we do to help him get the mucus out? Because he just wasn't sleeping. And that was the thing. At that point, me and Cody were sleep deprived because Kylan was coughing so bad and the mucus was so bad that he couldn't really sleep. Like he would sleep and then wake up because the mucus was just in his, and he was coughing, but it wasn't coming up. So, we're gonna respond to y'all comments in a second too, but it wouldn't come up, and so he was just having a hard time sleeping. So Cody, at one night, Cody stayed up till like 4:30 in the morning. Oh, and I felt terrible because I fell asleep. I was just, after I nursed him, like my energy is depleted. I would literally fall asleep while nursing him. Mm-hmm. And so here you go, Pumpkin. Oh, how you doing? He's your baby. This your Pumpkin.
You gonna sit with Dad?
You need a burp too.
I'll burp. Yeah. You telling the story. You're better at this type of stuff.
Look at them juicy thighs. Woo wee, honey. Okay, so
you're a better storyteller.
So, yeah, because I'm
there you go.
Theatrical. But so anyway, so I was like, okay. They went in, they were like, okay, yes. They asked me when I called them, they were like, do you hear any wheezing? I said, it sounds like I hear some rattling. They said, well, we need you to bring him in because he's so young. We want to make sure.
Yeah, because it's almost like they weren't going to.
Yeah, because I told them, I was like, honestly, at that point, he had gotten a little warm, but it wasn't enough to alarm us. And his disposition was still okay. Yeah. He was kind of off his schedule, but he still was a little playful. You could tell he wasn't feeling well, but it wasn't enough for me to be like, oh my God, my baby.
Because they said we were doing everything that we were.
Right. When I talked to the doctor on call, and I was like, this is what we're doing. She's like, oh, y'all are doing everything I would have told y'all to do. And I'm like, yeah, by baby number 3, we just kind of figured, because you're going to go to the emergency room, get that bill only for them to do exactly what you did at home, and or there's nothing at the doctor's office that they can do that we're not already doing because he's so young. Yep. He can't have any medicines, and the medicines that we're giving him are all natural. And so it's just taking, natural stuff sometimes take a little time to do what it need to do. Yep. And so I
took him in.
Yeah, I took him in or whatever, and they basically we all went as a family, and they basically was just like, yeah, he is, you could tell that he's got something. So they tested him for RSV and flu. Both of them came back negative. So it was like, okay, well, at least we know it's nothing serious. Yeah. They did not test him for the C word because I don't think they felt the need to, simply because it wasn't like we had been exposed to anybody. Yeah. So, and a lot of times people jump to that conclusion first when people fail to realize that the flu, RSV, any type of rhinovirus, which is a cold, they were here before the C word. And I'm saying the C word because sometimes you still get flagged on YouTube for saying it.
And they all are, I don't want to use the word variants, but they all are a part of the same family. Yeah. Yeah.
So anyway, had global concern. And so they checked him. They was like, okay, we'll just keep an eye on him. With him being so small, it is possible for him to move from here to his chest. We'll just keep an eye on him. We're thinking we're going to leave the doctor office. It's only going to get better. Hello, Tiara. That we were just thinking he was going to get better. Mm-hmm. Baby boy got progressively worse. And I told Cody, I was like, I noticed before we went to the doctor, I didn't say anything, but I was just wondering. I noticed he was kind of like touching his ear a little bit, but I didn't think nothing of it. They checked his ears. He looked fine. Listened to his lungs. He said his lungs was clear. So that gave me peace. Mm-hmm. Well, he progressively got worse. I mean, he declined. That next day, that Wednesday, I want to say, that Wednesday, we didn't really get much sleep. I had been cooped up in the house with the boys all week. We both had been, but Cody got out. He went to work at the office one day, and then anytime
that was Wednesday.
Oh, that was Wednesday. Anytime that the kids wanted, like, needed anything, Cody was going out. So I was like, babe, I really, really want to just go have some me time. I want to just go get my nails done, a pedicure, just relax. And he was like, okay. So on the way, Monday night, the car started running hot. Or was it Tuesday night? One of them, it's all blended together. Yeah. Tuesday, because you went to go get the medicine and forgot to get the vaporizer.
That was Tuesday.
And you were at Walgreens, yeah.
Yep, that's when it happened.
So Cody went out and the car started running hot, and he went
out of nowhere.
He went up the street to Walgreens, and it's up the street. So like when 30 minutes went by and he wasn't like back, I was like, babe, is everything okay? He was like, babe, did you get my text? Well, I didn't, because I was doing something with the baby. And he was like, yeah, the car started running hot. So I had to run in the gas station and get some antifreeze. And so he was like, I'm going to figure it out, whatever. So he thought that he had it figured out. So on Wednesday, Cody got up that next morning, checked it, everything was fine. So he went on to work, came back, and then I went out and did my thing. On the way back, I was actually talking to Hope on Marco Polo. Shout out to Hope. Y'all show Hope some love. So I was talking to Hope on Marco Polo, and I'm like, girl, the car doing something. It was like, And at first I thought it was just where I was, or maybe it was a car next to me. You know, sometimes other cars will rattle your car. But then I was like, no, this is my car. My car just kept going, And it was kind of revving up on its own. And I was like, what is happening? Like, what is going on? And so I realized that it was a car. I looked down at the thermometer, and I think I called Cody and told him. He was like, look down at the thing. Or did I call you when it started running hot?
You called me when it started running hot.
Okay, so it started running hot. I looked up, and it was like, it was going up, the temperature gauge, and it was already almost up to the H. So I started panicking because I'm like, this car gonna blow up on me. And so I'm calling, and Cody's like, babe, this is what I need you to do. So he walking me through all this stuff. I did something, whatever he told me to do, it made it go down. And so at first I was gonna pull over to the side of the road and call somebody come pick me up. And I wasn't too far from home, but far enough. I was like 10 minutes from home. So I was like, So we got it down, and I took the back way home. I didn't get on the expressway. So I took the back way home. And when I took the back way home, I got home, and Cody was like, okay, we got to figure this out. So we parked the car. We was like, we can't drive the car. Well, Kylan already had his 4-month checkup already the next day. Like, that was already scheduled out months in advance.
Yeah.
Well, on Tuesday when we left, we asked if we could get some albuterol for Carson because he needed a breathing treatment because his cough, CJ's was wearing off, Carson's was persistent.
He still had a fever at this point.
And he still was warm at this point.
Yeah.
So they were like, yeah, we can get it. But they called me on Wednesday and was like, hey, we can't. Carson hasn't had albuterol since 2021, which is correct because they've not needed it because we've switched up things at our house. Like, we don't use fragrance. We don't use like toxic cleaning products. So once we switched that, we stopped seeing the boys having asthma, wheezing, none of that. So we haven't had to use it in forever. So they were like, we actually have to see him first before we can give him some more, prescribe him some more. I was like, okay. So they basically made an appointment so that both of them can come at the same time. They could see Carson and see Kylan. Well, at the time, I guess they forgot, seeing all these patients, they forgot that they saw Kylan Tuesday, and it was a sick checkup. They didn't realize that he had gotten progressively worse. So I guess they were thinking that his 4 month, they were still gonna be able to give him his shots, do all this stuff. So fast forward, it's Thursday. Their appointment is at 2:45. We're trying to figure out what are we going to do, because at this point we didn't have a ride, and we didn't know how we were going to get. We didn't know how we. Hold on, y'all.
We didn't know how we were going to get to this appointment. mainly because our the main people that we would have called were either tied up with their own sick kids or out of town dealing with another medical thing that's their business. We're not going to get into, but those are our main friends that we would have called on in this type of situation. Weren't available, so
yeah. So we really didn't have anybody to call on, and my mom was trying to get here, but she ended up having car trouble. So it was just like it was crazy. And so we were trying to get a rental car. There was complications with that. It was crazy. And it was like, okay, Lord, what are we going to do? And so it got really hard for us. Tears were shed.
Thursday was the down day for me.
It was a down day. It was
the worst day.
It was bad. So
because on top of this, one thing that we haven't mentioned is I'm having to step away to do things that I normally wouldn't have to do. So I am getting a little, I guess, behind on some of my workload, and it's having me come back home and working later than I normally would to catch back up. So it was when my work stuff was weighing on me too, on top of everything that we've mentioned. So yeah.
So we were sitting and we were trying to figure stuff out. I was talking to my auntie who I'm really, really close with and my mom, and they were like, you may have to just bite the bullet and catch an Uber. I was so against catching Uber because number one, we have never driven an Uber here.
We've
never ridden one. Cody drove for Uber
for a second and a half.
But
I think I literally picked up 2 people.
And that was it.
Yeah.
But we don't have to. And normally if we need a ride that bad, which we rarely do, we just got friends we can call, but those friends were not available. And for our personal reasons, there were just certain people we just didn't feel comfortable calling on, and so we didn't.
Yeah.
And we when it's just one of us, like if it's just me or just him, it's different. But when our kids are involved, it's very it's different. Like we're not gonna just get in the car with anybody. Well, I didn't feel comfortable getting in the car with my sick kids in an Uber with somebody I don't know. Like it was just a lot. So we end up biting a bullet, getting an Uber. We had to get one that was big enough for us. Y'all, the first ride was wonderful. Great experience.
It was a Tesla.
It was a Tesla. It was a really sweet man, older man, picked us up. The Tesla was so nice, and it like the doors opened up like this. So like he pushed the button and they like open up like literally a spaceship. So we get in the car. Of course, the boys are like, "Oh my God." I actually took a picture of us getting in it, us in it. Yeah. Because my mama was like, what did it look like in the inside? So, but that was a pretty peaceful ride. The driver was very sweet. Him and Cody talked the whole time. I felt peace. I was anxious because of my baby, but I felt peace. Got to the doctor's office and Cody was like, we got to figure out when we're going to time calling the next Uber to get home. Well, while we're at the appointment, the doctor goes, yes, he's actually a lot worse. They checked his ears. He had an ear infection. She checked his lungs. He was wheezing. She said, yes, he's definitely wheezing. This is definitely bronchiolitis, which is basically the baby version of bronchitis. He's wheezing. He's got an ear infection. He's got a fever. His oxygen was not where they wanted it to be. They gave him a breathing treatment. It helped a little bit. But she was like, guys, I really want to be safe. And just for sure, I want y'all to go to the hospital to get a chest x-ray. And so immediately in my head, I could feel Cody thinking, okay, Lord, now we're going to have to catch an Uber to the hospital. I could feel him. But in my head, I was going, okay, we're just going to have to figure this out because we need to make sure this baby don't have pneumonia. And so because Cody Jr. had pneumonia when he was 6 months, Cody and Carson both had asthma. And we both had asthma as children, and I still have it as an adult. It's just taken care of. And so
I grew out of it.
Yeah, I actually, when I was 6 weeks old, I was admitted to the hospital for asthma and bronchitis and pneumonia, and so it was just a lot. So we were trying to figure it out, and Cody just flat out told the doctor, he was like, "Listen, when we had to catch an Uber here, our car is down," and she's like, "Oh my goodness, oh my God, you guys, like, we love our doctor," and he was like, "Yeah." He was like, "So, I mean, how serious?"
And I was gonna say, I said that to gauge, was getting the X-ray a need, or was it a let's just do it as a precautionary thing to rule this out? It's like, because because in my head in the moment, it's like she already said, if he gets any worse than this, just go to the ER. So in my head, it's like whether we get the chest X-ray or not, if he gets worse, we're going to the ER. Mm-hmm. That's where my mind was.
And my mindset was sometimes they could not get worse and still have pneumonia. You know what I'm saying? Like, CJ was laughing and playing. We took him to the hospital. That baby had pneumonia. And one of the times, when did he get admitted? He got admitted. It was like for one day or something.
He didn't get admitted with pneumonia. We were in Atlanta.
Yeah, but he got admitted another time for oxygen.
It was oxygen. It was levels. Breathing. Yeah, it was his breathing. Yeah,
his fat butt. CJ was so fat.
He was
my
fat.
Baby. But anyway, so she was like, "Well," she was like, "I get what you're saying, Dad." She was like, "You guys really don't have to. This is just to be safe." She said, "I really want y'all just to be safe." She said, "But I get it." So she was like, "If y'all are comfortable not doing it," and I looked at her, I said, "I'm not." And she started laughing. She's like, "I figure." I said, "Yeah, so we're gonna have to do what we gotta do." She's like, "Okay." She's like, "Okay, well, yeah, we want to get y'all there, and then just to make sure it's not pneumonia," she said, "but I want y'all to come back tomorrow. I want to check him tomorrow." So I was like, "Okay, cool." So anyway, okay. So y'all, it's so much. So mom, not my mom. We were getting packed up. Cody's like, "Babe, where are we going? Like, what's the name of the place we're going to?" And I was like, "I think they're going to let us just go ahead and go to the hospital," because she had mentioned another place we could go to. He was like, "I need to go ahead and order the Uber." So while we're getting flustered trying to get situated, we got all the boys in there. And of course they're like, "Oh, yeah, we can't do his 4-month-old appointment." They check Carson. So they're like, "Yeah, we're gonna order his medicine, blah, blah, blah." Y'all, it was chaotic. It was chaotic. And like I was not myself. We were sleep deprived.
I was on edge. She was on edge.
It was just not okay. So all in walks the office manager, which happens to be the main doctor. So the doctor that we see, she's one of the doctors there, but the owner of it, his son-in-law. He was like, "Hey, we're trying to save y'all some money. So if y'all don't mind," he was like, "I got a work truck." He was like, "I can take y'all." He was like, "And we can just get y'all situated." And we're like, "Yeah." So y'all, it was such a blessing in the midst of all the chaos. So he literally clears out his dump truck and gets the boys. So Kylan, Cody, and Carson are in the back seat. Cody's in the front seat. And then he got his wife.
Who had just got there.
Got there. Their kids, she drove me. So they all drove us to the hospital. Which thankfully the hospital was only like 5 minutes away. Yes, but still, that would have still saved us having to get an Uber, it was just a lot.
And just to interject this though, because I told him this after, because this is kind of a word of encouragement. Do not allow your shame or embarrassment of the situation you're in stop you from sharing, because you don't know where your help will come from.
Exactly.
And that saved us, Lord knows how much money, because like when I checked, that was the time where it was the busiest, so the price pretty much doubled, and it was going to be like $70 to get an Uber to the hospital, like 5 minutes away. So it was me being transparent. I didn't know how critical that information was until after the fact.
Had he never said that, they would have never known.
Right.
And so they were like, they took us to the hospital. We got there. The hospital visit was pleasant, very pleasant. Went back there. They did the X-ray. It was very quick. The Uber ride home. The ride there made me consider, okay, I like this. Yeah. The ride home made me say, yep, this is exactly why I didn't want to do it. The guy that picked us up, first of all, his customer service was disgusting. He had none. It was non-existent. I thought he did when we first pulled up. He was like, Cody? And he was like, yeah. He's like, okay. I'm like, oh, okay, he's nice. That man didn't speak to us. That man didn't say nothing to us. We were talking to him. He was barely answering us. Like, we could barely hear him. I'm like, okay. Got in the car, y'all. The car reeked of cigarette smoke. Yeah. So it was very obvious that he was smoking on his way there. He had all the windows down. So we pulled off. We had all this air blowing on us. Y'all know it's pollen season. He's like, oh, y'all can roll the windows up if y'all want to. Why would you have them down? What makes you think we want to ride in this car?
It makes sense, though.
Because he was smoking.
Yeah, and he was trying to get the smell out before he put
this up. Gross. Yeah. Why are you doing that? If you Uber driving, baby, you need to go pull to the side of the road and get out your car and smoke. Then get in if you got to smoke that bad. It smells so bad. And then my children have asthma. So what are they doing the whole time?
Coughing.
Coughing the whole time. And I felt bad because I'm like, we in this man's car. But, sir, a child who's not sick would be coughing. The smell was just, it was loud. It smelled like he was smoking in the car with us at that very moment. And so,
That's pretty bad.
So yeah. So I was like, okay, Lord, like, this is not okay. Then, y'all, we weren't even finished strapping the baby in. This man pulled off while we still strapping our baby in. That was enough for me to be like, pause. Because now you put my child in danger. Me and Cody looked at each other, and I was like, let me just, because I'm about to say something. So, y'all know me to be sweet and kind, but I can go there if need be. Let me look at the camera. I can go there if need be. So, I was just like, okay, and my baby not feeling good too, and you just gonna pull off. You didn't even see nothing. Then he sees 5 of us walking up. You know that you have a third row. We ordered it the extra large, so why would you not have your back seat up? So we standing there. He like, oh, y'all can let the back seat up, sir. So he gets back there. He's trying to figure it out, and then he pops it up. And in my head, I'm going, you saw us walk into the car. That didn't register that I need to put the back seat up. Did you think we was all going to cram up here in this one bench right here? Sir, no. So the drive home was very awkward. It was extremely awkward.
No talking.
No talking whatsoever. Come night and day.
Yeah. Literal night and day, yeah.
So we get home. That was very traumatic for us. It was just the whole day. So now we're left. We got all these prescriptions. We got to figure out how we're going to get the prescriptions, how we're going to do all of that.
Well, you had already figured while we were sitting at the hospital waiting for the Uber.
Yeah, I text a friend of mine. We go to church together, and I was like, hey, like, do you mind taking me to the store to get the medicine, to get food, get groceries? Because at this point, we the sick and the shut in. Like, we ain't going nowhere. We ain't got no car. So what are we going to do? So then I hear from my mom later on. She's like, Tam, we coming. Your daddy said we coming. We coming down there. We're going to get y'all a rental. We're going to help y'all figure out this car. And I was just like, I slept better knowing that my parents were on the way, because my parents are my parents. And so the next morning, he had a doctor's appointment that morning. So I had to call around for a ride to get him to the doctor's appointment.
Which that worked out.
And I called to get a ride there, and I called for someone to pick me up. Two people that I trust, I'm very close with.
So our doing Uber for the time period is over.
So I get to the doctor's office. They check him. So he's on an antibiotic. He started the breathing treatment, and immediately within a few hours, we started seeing a difference in our baby already. So we slept a little bit better. He still didn't sleep as well because we had to get up to give him another breathing treatment. Cody got up to give him a breathing treatment at 2:30. Homeboy stayed up to 4:30 talking and playing. I guess he said, I'm catching up for lost
And then,
time.
well, remember, we were, I guess, still fidgeting at 1-ish. And it was like, well, 2:30 would be 5 hours. They technically said 4. So it's got 1:30, and I was like, let me go ahead and give him a treatment. So I did it at 1:30, and I guess he just saw that as he was like, I'm not going to sleep.
Yeah.
And usually at night he's either fighting me or whatever, but he wasn't fighting me that night. He was just up talking to me, playing, laughing, having a good old time. So Tam looked at me and she was like, have you got any sleep? I said, no, look at this boy. He was up playing, up laughing at me. She was like, it's 4:30. I said, I know. I'm aware that somebody got to be up.
I felt bad. I'm like, babe, what are you?
She was like, you got to go to work. I was like,
I know. And I'm just like, and I felt terrible because I was not, y'all, I was so exhausted. So I get the baby or whatever, and I get him and he goes straight to sleep. Sometimes we laugh about it, but sometimes Kylan is a mama and a daddy's boy. Like, he doesn't have a preference. But sometimes when it's time to go to bed, I think he just needs my scent. So he'll be up with his daddy laughing and playing, like, I get him, he like
this. Okay, so it's like if we do all nights of the week the same way, it's like 4 or 5 of the nights he'll fall asleep with me just fine, and the other 2 or 3 he sees me and says, oh, it's playtime. And then when I give him to Tam and he not hungry, because that's where he go first. If he's hungry, he'll go straight to where he know he need to go to. But if he's not hungry, he just go to sleep, which is hilarious to me. But yeah, so if all the nights are the same, which they all aren't, but I am the one to put him to sleep most nights. And most nights I can, but there are some nights where he's fighting me and I give him the Tam and he go right to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
right now he's asleep.
So anyway, where was I?
You was talking about being up till 4:30 and you felt bad. And
so I got up because y'all, I had looked like hot trash all week long. I mean, I looked like absolute trash.
We all look how we felt.
Like if I was on the side of the road, I would have blended in with the trash.
Stop it.
Y'all would have been like, oh, a piece of trash.
No, see, you don't want me to take this hat off.
We look rough, to say the least. Okay, we look rough. We look like what we've been through.
Facts.
So I got up that morning. I just felt a sense of peace because I knew my parents was on the way. I knew that we were about to get a rental car. We was going to just figure this thing out. So we, I got up. I finally put on just a little piece of makeup, got dressed, did something to my hair so I didn't look crazy, got my baby situated. My ride picked me up, and we went on to the doctor's office.
Was here early.
Mm-hmm.
Bless the Lord.
Went and got a thank you card and a gift card for the office manager for taking us. You know, just give him a little small blessing for doing that for us. So we got there, and what ended up happening? Oh, got there. She could already tell the baby was doing better. She said he wasn't really wheezing anymore. Backtrack. Right before we left the hospital, we were waiting on the Uber. The doctor called and let us know immediately that he did not have pneumonia.
Thank you, Jesus. Because they they ordered it stat. So as soon as they finished it, they would send it to the person to read it and then send it to the
So
doctor.
Did not have pneumonia. Thank you, Jesus. So baby boy did not have pneumonia. So
which is what she thought anyway.
Yeah, she thought so, but she wanted to be sure. Yeah. Because she said pneumonia is normally you can hear wheezing in a concentrated area. He had wheezing all over. So that's what made her, but she still wanted to be sure.
Right.
And I appreciate that because let's be thorough now. Let's be thorough. I love a good thorough doctor. I don't like doctors that just be like, well, it's probably not. No. If it's a possibility, I need you to check it because that slight chance. So anyway, So she checked him. She was like, Mom, I could tell he must be doing better because you look like you've got some rest and your makeup and da 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 da. And I was like, listen, I said, he was up all night. I said, but I had to do something. I'm tired of looking like trash. So we were laughing about that. So came back home. Not sure, maybe an hour after I got home from the doctor. My parents got here, and it was just like, we went and picked up the rental car. We did a movie night with my parents, and then Saturday, a major blessing, unexpected blessing, and surprise happened. And we're gonna leave y'all on the cliffhanger because that vlog will come out the following week. God did his big thing. If you follow me on Instagram, you probably got an idea of what it is. If you don't, you should be following us and me on Instagram. But yeah.
Before the blessing, Dad and I went out to work on the car, and we found that it wasn't as bad as I thought. Mm-hmm. That the leak wasn't coming from any hoses or anything in the engine. That it's probably one of the AC lines going to the heater core in the back of the car that has a slow leak. So it's something that happened over time. Mm-hmm. And because I never thought to look at the coolant level in the radiator because it's never ran hot since we've had it, it's something that just happened over time. So the van is still good. I just need to look at, get it up again and look at those hoses under there to see what we have to do. So
that was a blessing as well.
Yeah.
So it worked out, and y'all shout out to my parents. Shout out to God, because y'all, my parents being here, just, I could say that it really just, and then my dad, when I said my dad came through in the clutch, like when we tell y'all the fullness, my dad came through.
Yeah.
My dad came through.
Facts.
And my mama's literally, that's my sis. Like that's my mama, but that's my sis. My mama kept the baby for us last night so we can get a good night's rest. And it probably wasn't the best sleep just because we went to bed just overwhelmed with just so much that took place this week. We are still processing last week.
Yeah.
But we didn't have to worry about getting up with the baby either. So thank you, Tanya. And who else was talking? It was a couple of y'all talking. I was like, yes. I think KB said something, better safe than sorry, or better safe to be sure. Yes, agreed.
By the way,
Hope said, amen. Yes.
By the way, I'm done processing last week. After we're done with this video, I'm gonna take all of that energy out of my head and I'm gonna throw it in the trash because it's over with.
It's over now.
It's over with.
It's over now. It's over now.
Yeah, my voice.
I feel like I can make it. The storm is over now.
That's my joint too. I can't do it.
It's over now. It's over now. I feel like I can make it. The storm is over. No more cloudy days. They're all gone. Gone away. I feel like I can make it. The storm is over now.
Come on.
I know Hope can say, help me say,
holy
days. They're all gone.
Meditate here, I can't.
He lost his voice.
Because whatever sickness them jokers had, they gave me.
Yeah, we both started feeling a little down in the dumps. But
I don't got no fever.
My tea or nothing.
I don't got no fever or nothing. Because Tam and I have been medicated.
Started leaving me today. I was singing at church today. I was like, whoo. We was like, I will not be silent. I will always worship you as long as I am breathing. I will always worship you. And then when it's your breath in our lungs, we started off singing Great are you, Lord.
Oh yeah. So y'all started with that song,
and then we went into.
That's dope.
Anyway, sorry, y'all. I had to. Anyway, but yeah, my voice was leaving me too, honey.
But yeah, one thing I learned from Tam, just being married to her, is Tam take medicine ahead of time. Like the first person in the world I've ever noticed that do that. Tam will get the latest symptom of something and say, "Oh, that's allergies. I'm finna take an Allegra." Like
I don't play.
ready.
I got
like
to get
Tam
on top
is
of
ready.
it because the moment you let it ease in there, it go in there be like, "Pow!" You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, no, I feel a little teach. I'm like, with a T, because
Tam be ready.
I'm not gonna play. My mama do the same thing though. I'm not gonna play with y'all.
Don't have time.
Yeah, you were singing it, Hope. Yeah. So my voice is actually, you can hear it, it's dry and raspy and
yeah.
They're all gone.
Sound like I could sound like Barry White.
Do it.
You got to give me a song.
Darling.
No, you remember I was lower than that.
Oh yeah, you were. What's a Barry White song? His songs are very inappropriate.
Baby, lock the door and turn the lights down low. Sorry, that was really low.
It was, but
so slow. Lower than that.
I'm just laughing because I sent a message out to our parents that we have a field trip and they already sending their money in. Like, here you go. But
next Friday, right?
No, it's this Wednesday to see the Little Mermaid.
Oh yeah.
Look at this stuff, isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think my collection's complete? Wouldn't you think I'm a girl who has everything? Okay.
Yes, baby boy is cute and sleep. He knocked out.
Yes, thank you, Hope. Yeah, so yeah, guys, it's been a week, and that's just the surface level. It got deeper than that. I won't say that's the surface level. We gave y'all a good bit of it, but like it was just other intricate things that if we went into it, we'd be up here all night.
Yep.
We had to process stuff as a couple
because we had other good stuff happen like throughout the midst of the week.
We did.
Yeah.
It was a strain for us, definitely financially. You know, rental car, Uber, having to like sometimes we'll go to the grocery store every other day to get stuff, but having to get it all ahead of time because we didn't know if we didn't know my parents were coming, so we didn't know if we were gonna have to like we thought it was turned into a whole quarantine again, and not because we wanted to, but because we ain't had no car. So we was going to have to be in the house anyway. I mean, the kids have been in the house, poor babies.
Yeah.
We finally let the boys go play at the playground today. But
yeah, because the big boys are fine, and Kai's fine too. Of course, we're still finishing the antibiotic and stuff, but she's moved up like the doctor has when we give him the breathing treatment because he's more back to normal now than he has been since he got sick. So
yeah, so he'll get one before bed, and then it's gonna be that. Tanya says, "Thank God for the strength to weather the storm." I love seeing you guys starting. Thank you, Tanya.
Sometimes you just, and I know people, this gets preached a lot, but sometimes you have to, and it's really hard. God, it's really hard. But you have to be in that thing knowing it's going to end at some point. Like all of these, like, what do they say? Like your trial has an expiration date. Like it's going to end.
And when we were in the thick of it, y'all, I ain't gonna lie to you. It really felt like there was no light.
That's what I'm saying. It's really hard to believe that in the middle of it. But looking back, it's like you have to continue to pray for peace in the middle of that. Because, well, never mind. That goes into the next story, so I'll leave it.
Yeah, we got a big testimony for y'all. So I got a testimony. Hey,
it's turned into It's turned into quartet karaoke.
But what I was going to say was I talked about this, I think, on one of my lives recently, and
On your channel?
On my channel. I think I talked about it. But what I was saying, that y'all just slapped me in the back of my throat. What I was saying was, what is it, Punka Tunka? When I look back over my, don't get me started, Hope. Hey, and I think things, oh, hey, oh, I can truly say that I've been blessed. I got a testimony. Okay. Miss Rhonda said there's a bright side somewhere. Always.
It is morning time somewhere.
It's morning. Thinking like a brand new day. But what happened was I was talking about how peace is not what we say. Huh?
What the song you got that from?
Oh yeah.
We don't end up for night.
Only one night though.
Yeah, that's a bar. Anyway, go ahead.
But I was saying how like peace is not the world's definition of peace, which is you're sitting outside. It's a nice, cool, breezy day, and the sun is shining, and birds are chirping, and it's quiet and serene. That's not peace. Peace is when the storms of life are raging, when all hell is breaking loose, when you get knocked upside your head every which way, and that your posture is, God, I trust you. Your posture is, you know what? All this is going on, but I know God is in control. That's peace. And it's tested when things happen. Yes, can you live a peaceful life? Yes, Can you have peaceful moments? Absolutely. But the true peace comes when it don't seem like there's no way out. When it doesn't seem like there's a light at the end of the tunnel. That's when the peace is tested. Peace is when Jesus was asleep on that boat in the middle of a storm. And they all, oh no, what we gonna do? And the Lord is like,
he's asleep.
Like, where's your faith? Like, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? So that was what God kept reminding me of. It's so funny because God will test you on the very words that you speak. And I spoke about that. I also spoke about how God is going to do things suddenly. And y'all, when y'all get the fullness of our testimony.
Because that's one thing I told you about that. And I'm not going to go into the testimony, but that's one thing I told you after when I still felt peace in the middle of it was peace. If peace is predicated on the outcome, then it's not peace.
Mm-hmm.
Peace is you get a bad report or you get a no, or you get a bad outcome and you still at peace. That's peace. It's that Philippians 4, that peace that surpasses all understanding.
Sorry, I'm finna put up.
No, not right there.
Our faith in Francis, because we need some footage for that too. So I'm gonna put that up. Go ahead.
But I was just saying that peace, if it's predicated on an outcome, is not peace. That is you might feel hopeful about something, you might feel good in the moment, but that doesn't if all of that goes away when you get the bad report, and I mean goes completely away, not you have a moment where you upset, because you can be upset at a situation and still feel peace. That's not saying something happens and you just still happy and joyful. Like you can be upset that something's going on and still have peace in the middle of it. But when all of that just goes away, then you have to really ask yourself, did you really have the peace you say you had?
Yeah. And in the Bible literally says that, like he will give us peace that surpasses our understanding. So it can surpass your intellect. Your intellect will tell you, you know what I'm saying? Your intellect will tell you, oh, there's no way out of this because like literally there's nothing you can do. That's where God comes in. If it was that easy,
hopeful about something.
If it was that easy, oh, sorry, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
If it was that easy.
No, I'm not doing anything.
I thought you wanted.
No, I was.
Okay.
Yeah.
If it were that easy, y'all, I was still recording. That's why.
I know, but you're talking, so just go ahead.
If it were that simple to just, it it is what it is. Like, no, like God gonna have to show up and show out. Like he don't do things small. He does it big because he's a big God. And so the reality of the situation is when you get in a place where you're looking left and right and you see that there is no way out, just know that God finna like, oh, God must finna really do this thing. God must finna really do this thing. And he had to, y'all, he had to. Because when I tell y'all all of our options, we're going, you know how she said, truth is I'm tired. Options are few. We didn't have any options. Like the options were gone. We had depleted all of them. So we're grateful to God. And we can't wait to share a testimony.
And there were options that we put out of our own head that ended up being options. But that's a whole nother
that'll preach.
That's a whole nother conversation. Do not put God in a box.
Don't put him in a box. Do not put him in a box. So anyway, y'all, I love y'all. We love y'all. Oh, thank you, Tanya.
See.
Yes, he does. Romans 8:28, meditate and heal. That's one of my favorite scriptures. Yes, trusting God and standing still in the midst of it all. Yes, Hope. But Hope, you know the testimony. Y'all, me and Hope talk probably almost every day on Marco Polo. We always talking about something. Hey, way make, miracle work, promise keep, light in the darkness, my God, that is who you are. They used to play that song out.
They did play it out.
Yeah, they did play it out. I love, and the love, the support systems like your parents and church friends. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. But anyway, y'all, we just wanted to get on here and just fill y'all in. Just an update. There will be a vlog at some point this week. So a couple of reasons why we did not post to. One of the reasons was, the main reason.
CJ.
What he doing?
He has an alarm for 11.
Why?
Because him and Carson's favorite YouTuber premieres a video at 11.
His butt need to be asleep.
He should be by now, but I'm saying he has it set already, like it's automatic. That's our son.
Anyway, he is turning literally, and he's already been like his daddy, but he's turning into it. Melody. Melodies from heaven. Sorry. But we obviously, because we had a rough week, the babies were sick, and just Cody couldn't get to the computer. Like when he got off work, it was go time with the babies. He didn't even get to really work as hard this week because of everything. He ended up having to work throughout the weekend. But also we have a brand that we are working with. And so before we post that vlog, we need to get approval for what we're submitting. And so we didn't get a chance to edit that portion to send to the brand. Mm-hmm. So yeah. And y'all keep praying for us, because our prayer is to continue to get these brands so that we can, number one, expand our territory here on YouTube, but also share with y'all some products that we actually love and bring in more revenue in our household. Mm-hmm. I don't know if y'all know this, but a lot of, just being completely transparent with y'all, it's obvious. Y'all know that. Y'all watch other YouTube channels. These people are doing brand deals. That's where the money comes in. And that's where we're able to lock into a whole nother place of financial freedom for our family. Mm-hmm. So when you see these YouTubers doing brands, don't get aggravated with them. Know that they're doing that to provide for their family. Obviously, for us, we're on a smaller scale on this channel than some of the others, but it's still doable if you have the audience and the base that will support you and go with you. And we're never going to show y'all something that we don't use and or doesn't make sense. We've had plenty of brands reach out to us with stuff, and
we turned down a whole bunch of stuff.
Somebody reached out to us with some bracelets, and I was like, okay, and they were like, it was some kind of like, it was some type of like, it was almost like in like the what's that stuff called?
I don't know.
you know how there are people who like worship stones and things like that. What is it called? I forget what they call it, but when I looked into the company, they were talking about like the stuff involved in the stones, and I was like, wait a minute, and I had to ask them about it. It's like, oh well, no, it's not like something they said, and I was like, it's okay, because what I'm not going to do is promote something that I don't even personally believe in, and you know, y'all talking about the stones doing this and doing that. I'm like, yeah, I got God as a healer. Thank you. I'm not, you know, you do you. If you want to pray to the rocks and the stones, okay. But that's not me. So I'm not going to promote that. So there's that.
What does Miss Jenkins say? Say you pray for me. If you pray to Jesus.
If you pray to Jesus.
You can pray for me.
So, but, and that's not to knock anybody, because I know I have people that follow us that do not believe the same we do. And we don't want to make anybody feel less than. But that's just not what we believe. So I'm
just
not
like we wouldn't expect our like some of the people that follow us that aren't believers to promote Christianity. You know what I mean? We're not gonna promote another. Like she said, it's no
hate there. It's just that it doesn't make sense. I knew I was gonna say that too, but the rock ain't gonna cry out for me. Listen, never let a rock cry out in my place. Hey, he's worthy of all my praise. Never let a rock cry out in my place. He's worthy of all my praise. Jesus. Okay. But so yeah. So like I said that to say, we have brands that reach out all the time. We had one brand that was like, they wanted us to, it was like a sandbox and a dog playhouse in the one. I'm like, what do we, first of all, we don't have a dog. Second of all, where are we going to put the sand house? Like, why would we even know? So we turn down brands all the time.
We had a house, baby.
Huh?
If we was in a house, maybe.
But still,
we would have considered
put a sandbox in my house.
No,
the
outside.
Backyard. Yeah, maybe.
That's what I'm saying.
Maybe.
But then you think about our middle child, and it's like, never mind.
Never mind. Forget it.
He'd be out there eating the sand.
Be eating the sand, rolling all in it and everything, throwing it.
Come on, Chucky.
So,
Tommy, sorry.
Yeah, Tommy. But anyway, I said that to say, when you see other influencers doing brands, know that you're supporting them. I just came to praise the Lord.
Baby, Kaya's deal.
Oh, he is.
But who's CJ then? CJ just ain't in the show.
Anyway, so I just came to magnify. Is it glorify or magnify? I just came to glorify.
I know the song, but I don't remember the vamp.
Praise the Lord.
No.
I come to praise. I think I'm mixing up two songs now.
Yeah. Is it I come to praise?
No, that's not it.
I come to praise the name. I come to
No,
praise.
not that one. That's another one.
Oh, I come to praise. Oh, no, yeah. He's my rock. He's my rock, my rock, my. Yeah, that's
a whole nother song. I was doing Never Let It Rock. I'm mixing up two songs. Anyway.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Anyway. Babe, you know I can't do that. Anyway. Thankful God gives you discernment about those brands. Yes, because look, Melody D. Yeah, but seriously, like I'm trying to make a point, and I do have a undiagnosed ADHD. Y'all can see it. But yeah, so when you see other influencers doing these brands, know that they're doing it, and the ones that are doing it the right way. You know, you got other big name YouTubers who doing it, and they're just kind of making it a part of their everyday life. That's the way that we plan on doing it. It's just infusing it into for he is worthy of all my praise. Yes. Okay, thank you.
Squirrel.
Yes, I saw what Ms. Rhonda said. Yes. Okay. Yes. Worthy of all my. Never will I work for you. I know, focus. Okay, I'm focusing.
Look, the people that I don't take seriously when they do brand deals are the people where the camera's right here and they're clearly reading, yeah, because you need to check out such and such product.
Yeah,
this product is great for you and your family. It's like you reading the script.
They'll be looking right above the camera, so like this. If you see and you notice that we have a product, or they say, don't forget to try X Pants. X Pants will get you exactly what you need.
Jesus.
On a Saturday, I like to use X Pants, and you'd be like, what? Versus just letting it happen naturally.
Just like you wearing the pants, like you put on the pants to go out, and you like, hey guys, check out these pants. You know what I mean?
Anyway, y'all. But yeah, so we do have a brand deal. We're praying that we get more because we just feel like it's going to unlock some things for us as a family. I personally don't really like doing a whole lot of brand deals on Laugh and Grow unless they match what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I'll get these random brands, but then they pay in the right number. So I'm like, I'll figure out how to get it in there.
Now, God, you talking about turning down. We've turned down so much on her channel.
So I have turned down a lot.
Because they'll just sense that clearly, like you can't say in one breath, I watch your videos and I love your channel, and then offer certain products. Like there's no way.
Like sex toys.
I was just about to say
a brand sent me sex toys. I was like, you cannot.
Well, they didn't send you.
They didn't send me, but they
sent you an email. Yeah.
I'm like, you couldn't possibly. You couldn't possibly
think that this fits my brand.
Yeah, I love your channel. We love you. Did you really think that I was getting ready to promote sex toys on my channel? Like that has nothing to do with my content at all. Like not even close. So anyway, y'all, we just rambling at this point. We love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. There will be a vlog at some point this week. We will update y'all on the community tab, so keep your eyes out for it. Thank y'all for supporting us. We love y'all. We're getting ready to get ready for bed. Our boys are asleep. We're going to give him a breathing treatment, and then we're going to spend some time and go to bed. So we love y'all.
Yeah, look, that ain't good for them.
That would have been funny. I rebuke it in the name of Jesus.
But look, Hope, that's not good publicity for them, though.
At all, because they're gonna be like, yeah, we don't want to see that. But then somebody was like, now what kind of toy is that? We love you too, Grace Abound. Hey, Grace Abound. Oh. Y'all, look at his hair. The hair. Come on, it's flourishing. Y'all remember when I first got them done? It was up here.
What's it giving?
Baby? It's giving. Let me see. It's giving.
Look, y'all ain't
Go ahead, keep talking.
You ain't saying what Dave Chappelle said in his special. He said that dude had them LA homeless dreads.
These are not.
They had bottle caps and
Hush, babe.
Oh Lord.
Bouncing and behaving, yes.
That's funny.
Hope is silly. Okay. You know, that's what Cody do. He just sit there and play drums on their back. And he did it to all the boys, and they all go to sleep that way. Okay, y'all can see we're sleep deprived still. All right, love you guys. We'll see y'all in the next video. Oh.
Really?
Do you have anything else you want to say?
I am good. See, I would have had something to add, but I can't sing it because the video just resurfaced on YouTube.
What?
You said, "Whoa!" I can't do it.
What?
When you did that run thing, whoa, I want food. Which one of y'all?
Want to sell it, yeah. Boop. Boop.
Why you pushing my nose in with your long finger?
My finger is not. Cody said I got long fingers.
Your middle finger long is all get out.
It is long. My mom said I got piano fingers. I did used to play the piano. Did I ever tell y'all that? Okay. Love y'all. Bye.
Bye.
Love you lots. I had them, then cut them, and now I want to grow them back. Thank you, Shelly Noble. That's a good name. My name is. Hi, I'm Shelly Noble with today's forecast. With your local news. And again, I'm Shelly Noble. Back to you, Jeff.
Why is he always Jeff?
I know Jeff is always, because it just comes out. Back to you, Jeff. And as always, I'm Shelly Noble. And as always, I'm Shelly Noble with your local nightly news.
I want to thank you for listening to that story. Now on to Shelly Noble with the weather.
Hi. So today in the forecast, Shelly laughing. Did y'all? Okay, this is the last thing because Shelly. Every time I hear the name Shelly, I laugh. Mad TV. The guy who played Stewart, he played this a heavyset white guy that had this windbreaker suit with the glasses. He's like, "Come on, Shelly, Shelly, come on, Shelly, come on, Shelly. What are you doing, Shelly? Come on, Shelly." Y'all remember that from Mad TV? Mad, you're so crazy.
I could not watch that as a kid.
I watched it as an adult. Not an adult, sorry, a teenager.
I watched it
as a teenager.
By the way, y'all, because we didn't have cable at my mom's house growing up. So my favorite show to watch was, y'all, this is going to be sad. My favorite show to watch was America's Most Wanted. It came on Saturday nights on Fox right after Cops. It was my favorite show back in the day. Babe. What are you doing?
Off on La La Land.
Did you hear what I said? I said my favorite show was America's Most Wanted.
Bad Boys. Oh, what you gonna do?
But it's scared.
What you gonna do?
It scared my brother.
Why?
America's Most Wanted, because he thought the people from America's Most Wanted was gonna come get us.
I did too. Any movie I watched with people, I was always wondering if they're gonna come get me. Or what you gonna do? Or what you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, bad boys. Or what you gonna do? Or what you gonna do when they come for you? I'm not dum bitty. I need a mop for snap.
Another joke said, "I'm not stopping no again."
Oh, well, I thought you said my done. I think no.
Oh, you know no words.
No, and they got me no me, and they got me and I mean bad boys. Oh, what you gonna do? Oh, what you gonna do when they come for you, bad boys?
You gotta hit the high note if you go to the end.
What you gonna do when they come for you? Boom boom.
It's really before that. I can't do it. So.
What comes before?
What you gonna do when you go?
Oh, what you gonna do when they come for you?
Yeah, there you go.
Boom boom. And they be talking. This show is
Cops was hilarious.
It was doom. Why did they do that? Or what you gonna do? What is it like?
That was them.
Boom boom doom.
No, y'all. Okay, this is it. I'm gonna say this, and this is it. I'm not spoiling it. Come on, Law and Order. Somebody needs to sample that. Yeah, somebody needs to sample that. Anyway,
tell Hope the one we used to watch all the time.
Hold on, you finna make me forget what I was about to say. There's a new documentary on Netflix called The Program. I love documentaries, so it's good. But anyway,
Miss Rhonda talking about you got range.
It's funny because at the end, anyway, one of the guys that was the perpetrator of the whole thing ends up singing at a random karaoke night. Mm-hmm. And the girl who's doing the documentary, who is a student of one of the programs, happens to be in the same city at the time interviewing somebody else. So she goes to the karaoke night and the dude don't know her. And she's like, I'm not gonna, go up to him and blow my cover. She was like, but he did all these bad things and he just in here free as a bird, just in here singing karaoke, having a good old time, free as a bird. And the song she sings She gets up to do karaoke with her friends, and the song she sings is "One Way or Another." I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you, get you, get you, get to. As a I guess subconsciously to him, like won't like you finna get got. It's interesting. I'll just say like that. It was funny though. Why are you looking at me like that?
Because I was trying to understand what they had to do with the prostitute in China.
America's Most Wanted. Yeah, it's a good documentary though. Y'all should watch it.
But I was saying, tell Hope the one we used to watch other time.
What show?
Law and Order. Which one?
Special Victims Unit.
Yep. She was what she was like. I watch. I said we used to watch that one all the time. But anyway, we had to do the boom 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 boom.
Now, you know the crime show me and my mom watched all the time when I was a teenager?
What?
CSI Miami. The one with Horatio Kane with the red hair with the sunglasses?
No, I don't know that. I didn't watch that one. I watched CSI with you, but I forgot which one.
No, see, no. So now you're going to make me find out where it's streaming. Oh, Hope, it's called The Program. If you go on there now, it's one of the recently added because it's like new. It was just added not too long ago. But yeah.
Y'all still on here with us and we still talking. All right, y'all, we about to go because we're going to keep talking and y'all going to keep watching. That's why we love y'all, because y'all be watching us. We love y'all. We do. We love y'all to the core of us.
We really do.
We really do love y'all. I won't be before you long. Right.
You know, Tam clothes like a Baptist preacher do. So.
And you worse. You preach like a Baptist preacher.
I do not.
You be talking for a whole hour and a half.
I do not.
You do.
I do not.
You do.
I don't preach for an hour and a half. I can't be up there that long.
You can talk that long once you get caught up on something. Shelly said good night.
Hope, Netflix. Yeah. Yeah, see, meditating CSI Miami was a good show. It's
Shelly read the room. She said good night. Good night, Shelly Noble. Shelly Noble. All right, y'all, for real though, we gone. We love y'all. We're gonna get the baby situated. And we're gonna go ahead and get us some time for bed. And we love y'all.
Bye.
Boop.
You forget that.